Hello, I'm Corey Brock, and today I'm going to talk about who should create the school's vision. EDL 852 case study. First, let's summarize the case. What is happening? We are in Lightville Community School District. It's located 10 miles from a major city. Right now, it currently hosts two schools, a K-6 building, which is 22 years old, and a 712 building, which is 11 years old. Within 25 years, enrollment went from 758 to 1,200 plus, and it's increasing at a constant rate of about 2% per year. The community thought the buildings would be large enough for a long period of time. What has happened? The Board of Education voted to approve a new building after considering three options, which the other two considered additions to the pre-existing buildings. It is a new 6A building. Right now, there are currently three groups in the community. One is the large landowners who oppose to any construction. The second is residents who favored the other options, but not a new building. And the third is supported the new building, and they campaigned for it. What has happened? There was a need for a new building, and since the new building was approved, they need to create a vision and mission statement. Who's all involved? Superintendent Joe Rawlings, the new middle school principal, Susan Potter, which is me. I was hired within the last year of the new construction. The Board of Education, the advisory committee, which they are created to develop the mission and vision statements, which that consists of Helen Burke, who's the committee chair, Dan Kelby, who is a PE teacher, two other teachers who are not named, and four parents. The situation. I created a vision and planning advisory council to help develop a vision statement for the new school. The committee wants me to develop the statements for the new school. And after I do that, they'll let me know if the statements is acceptable or if there needs to be any changes. And once they do that, they said they'll campaign and make sure everybody approves. I want a more collaborative effort, but a BOE member and Helen think I'm a visionary person and I should create it. And I think that's creating some tensions between me and the group due to this decision. A powerful vision statement. Why a vision statement? A powerful vision statement is one that gives everyone in the organization a vivid sense of purpose in the work they do. This is the why. In my view, any school or district that is really serious about changing the status quo for its students has to start with a thorough evaluation of its core beliefs and how those may be articulated in a clear mission and vision statement. What is a visionary leader? Why do they think I'm a visionary leader? Well, I believe that's someone that is looking into the future. What will our school look like and how do we get there? I also think a visionary leader is someone who looks at what has happened in the past and then they make informed decisions based on those for the future. What is going on? Has anyone been harmed or by the action or decision? No one was physically harmed. If this continues, possibly mentally harmed by being pressured into doing something that they're not comfortable with. Does the action or situation contravene existing law? No, but we did agree to be a democratic system or democracy before we started. Was there a breach of contract? Were their actions discriminatory or constituted harassment? No contract, but there was an agreement was made for a democracy with the committee chairperson. No discriminatory actions, but possible group pressure to run the committee in a way not intended for. And it could turn into a bully situation, forcing me to do something that we don't want to do. So what is the main idea? The advisory committee is tasked with creating the mission and vision statements for the new school. But the committee wants me to create the statements, and then they will let me know if they meet their approval. And just because Helen has convinced the committee that I should write the vision statement, that does not mean that it is a consistent of the other stakeholders in the community, school, and not all schools want a principal to make all the important decisions. They may want a more collaborative effort. So that's why I'm really pushing for not doing it all by myself. So who's involved? Mr. Rollins, the superintendent, me, Susan Potter, the middle school principal who was newly hired, the Board of Education, Helen Burke, who is a teacher and the committee chair, Dan Kelby, who's a PE teacher, community member, the rest of the advisory committee, the large landowners who opposed the bond, the residents favored new additions, not a new building, and the new residents who supported the bond. Where are we located? We're Lightville. We're just 10 miles from a major city, and it's a growing city right now. Programs currently, we are 2 public schools. We're building the 3rd school, a 6-8 building. We have extracurricular activities. So review and prioritize the information. The conflict could have a direct impact on the relationship between my staff, the Board of Education, the parents, if we do not come to an agreement. They could feel that I will be difficult to work with and not do what is best for the district. Right now, I feel that I don't have the support of the committee. What I may do is ask advice from Mr. Rollins or other administrators and see how they may handle the situation a little differently. I would talk to Helen and see what they are so adamant about me creating the statements by myself. Why do they want me to do it and them not be a part of it? Option 1, take no action. Option 2, replace all the community members and find someone that is willing to work and collaborate. Sorry, let me move that real quick. Option 3, at the next meeting, ask the committee members to describe what they want the school to look like. What are some of the characteristics that they think the school should have? Maybe write a crazy statement and see what the group says and how they would critique or could change it. I could write a quality statement and present it to the committee. I collaborate with other staff members and community members to see what they want the statements to say or what they value in a vision statement. I can ask the members to reconsider and give their input, talk about the importance of a well-written vision statement. Let's keep it right up here. Evaluate your options. Take no action, What are the pros? It makes the committee happy. It gets the vision statement completed. We can move on and continue to build and create the vision for our school. The cons, it's not a collaborative effort. It's just me writing that statement. Not sure if that's what the community wants. The option, replace all the community members and replace the chairperson. I can find committee members that truly want to participate with the task at hand. The con, it could upset committee members, maybe even possible Board of Education because a relative is on the Board of Education. It could give the impression that I can't handle the advisory committee. That means that could show, am I qualified to run the school if I can't handle this simple task? Another option, I could put a chart on the board and ask committee members to give me characteristics that they would like the school to look like. Pro, you hopefully get the committee communicating about what they want to see. You get an idea of what they expect. Cons, maybe you have to coerce them to talk. You have to force them to talk, or they won't talk, and they may not give you great answers. I could write a crazy statement and give it to the group. The pros, I might get them communicating what you need to fix and what they would like to see. So maybe get them communicating with you better. Cons, they might think I'm unfit for the job. They may support it and communicate it with others, even though you're trying to just get them communicating. I could write a quality statement. The pro, the task is completed. It will be on your own. It'll be what you want to see. Cons, the community Board of Education may not like it. There's no buy-in from the committee. The option, collaborate with others. Get the community perspective. Get other staff members' perspective. And, it creates buy-in. You write a quality statement. The cons is it upsets the previous committee. It may upset the boards of education, the school, maybe even the superintendent. They may feel I'm unfit. I could ask the members to reconsider and give input. Pros, they give me ideas. We develop a great collaborative statement. The cons, they refuse, and they possibly could tell your superiors. Choose the best option. I think it's a combination. Maybe I talk with the superintendent and other administrators. I ask the group to reconsider and list the reasons why. And then if at the last resort, visit with other faculty members and community on what they would like to see. I would talk to Mr. Rollins and other district administrators to get their opinion on how to approach the group. Maybe they've been around longer and maybe they know a strategy to reach them or where maybe their motives are. And after visiting with them and other administrators, come up with a plan for the next committee meeting. First, talk about how we drafted guidelines and expectations of the group before we started. It's a democracy. We wanted majority rules. Second, explain that you're new to the community in school and you want to learn more about it. So that's why you need their help. They are professionals and that understands the needs of the school. And that's why I'm relying on them to give me some characteristics and vision of the school. Maybe if I've been at the school, been established, I would know more about the community and the schools and not need their help if they didn't want to participate. Choose my path. Like I said, I'm going to collaborate with the superintendent and other administrators. I'm going to ask the group to reconsider and list the reasons why. And if not, I may visit with other faculty members and community on what they would like to see. What may happen? I may find a way to reach the committee, and we develop a bond, and we be able to talk and communicate and reach an agreement. Understand that I am new and don't understand the community dynamics yet, and we can find common ground. Who needs to know? I think I need to talk with the superintendent and administrators just so they have an idea of what's going on. And then I need to visit with the advisory committee. Who is involved? Me, Helen and the other members, and Mr. Rollins. And like I said, if a compromise doesn't work, we need to involve new committee members. I would state why it's so important to collaborate with each other. We started a committee by stating we wanted a democratic system. And that I'm very new to the community and school and not sure of its values right now. You don't know what the expectations of the community are. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to seek advice. Think about what would happen next time. Instead of just picking staff members, I may seek advice from the superintendent administrators before I select a committee. I might be the chairperson and ask for volunteers from your staff and don't assign it. Reflection. This class was a great experience. It showed how much the principal is involved in day-to-day activities and even in the big decision process. You are the creator of the culture, vision, and mission at your school. You can't talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. I hope that I'm a collaborative leader and that the decisions I make are in the best interest of the schools, the students, staff, and community. And not every decision will be an easy decision. And you're going to have those difficult conversations and make some decisions. But you need to make sure that you are well prepared, and which this assignment showed how you need to make sure that you have a well thought out plan and what the consequences may be if you make a major decision. And here are my references. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this class. Good luck to everybody else on their journey.